So, if you've been following me for a while, you know I am natural. I've been natural my whole life. So, I started flat ironing my hair to death. Now, it was damaged. I did not know what I was doing. I was really damaging my hair, and eventually I had to big chop and kind of start over. I did like transition for a while, but then eventually I just cut it to like a bob and I just started over. So, because I have learned a lot over the years, and because I realized that my hair flourishes when it is stretched. Now, for years, I wore my hair in naturally curly styles, twist outs, braid outs. I would say earlier this year, I really got into doing twist outs with perm rods at the end, and I was getting so much damage. And what I am learning is that number one, my hair was really vulnerable because I was air drying. I did not use a hooded dryer or like a blow dryer attachment, manipulating my hair a lot because I was one of those naturals that felt like I had to, you know, wash and style my hair at least once a week. It was a lot of manipulation. Then I started getting lazy. I stopped doing my weekly deep conditions. I was manipulating my hair a lot. I was putting a lot of tension on it. And then I was letting it air dry. So it was in this very vulnerable state. So I would get a lot of fairy knots. My ends were very bad. I wasn't getting regular trims. And this is all this year, by the way. And my hair just seems to just not grow past a certain point. And this has been like an ongoing thing for a majority of my journey. Yes, I've had some seasons where my hair has gotten really long. Like I would say like bra strap length is the longest it's ever gotten. But there's always been like these setbacks because I would not remain consistent in my routine. So I've decided that I want to grow my hair as long as I can. That was actually my goal for 2025. I did not hit it, obviously, because I had some setbacks, but that's my goal for 2026. Okay. I'm talking about past bra strap length, like maybe waist length is where I'm trying to get to. And in order to do that, that's going to require a lot of consistency, a lot of discipline, and also just intentionality. So let's talk about the routine. So, what am I doing to my hair? So, for the last month, I've been experimenting not necessarily with the new products, but just with a consistent, straight, natural routine. So, at first, after doing some research, I was like, oh, wow, the girlies are doing their hair once a week. I tried it. I said, no, 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 no. Number one, I don't want to spend 3 hours every week doing my hair. That's number one. Number two, I don't want to put that level of heat on my hair every single week, right? Because I don't have a rev air yet. So I'm using a blow dryer. And then I'm using a flat iron, and my flat iron is titanium, which from my research, that is not the best for the long-term health of your hair. So I will be getting to ceramic iron. But in the meantime, I'm using what I have, right? I'm not going out and buying a bunch of fancy products, getting all these different things. I'm literally using the stuff that is in my bathroom. And eventually, if I need to add certain products into my regimen, I will do that. So far, this is what my routine looks like. Every other week, I will be using these steps and, for the most part, the same products. So I go in first with some type of bond repair or pre-poo situation, depending on the state of my hair. If my hair is still, because it's straight, it shouldn't really be super tangled or anything. So I'm just going to go in with a simple, like I said, bond repair or pre-poo. You can use coconut oil. Well, I'm going to speak to what I'm doing. I may use coconut oil. I haven't done that yet because I'm always nervous my hair is going to be heavy and not like get as clean as I needed to. But that's like a good alternative to like a bond repair if you don't have something. Today, I use the Comeback Kit by Fenty. In the past, I've used Olaplex number 3 or 6. I put it up on the screen because that was what I had. Okay. Not because it's the best or you need to go buy it, simply because that is what I had in my bathroom. And then after I do that, I wash it out. And I've tried a few different techniques, but I noticed that the best way for me to do this is in the kitchen sink. We're going back to the basics. We're not standing in the shower for an hour, rushing through, trying to get through our hair routine. I'm cleaning out that kitchen sink and I am doing my hair there. And it has been a breeze. Let me tell you, like, it has been so nice. I can listen to my podcast. I can take my time. I don't feel like I'm ripping through my curls. It has just been a lovely experience. So I go in with 2 shampoos. Both of them are by Maui Moisture and I love them down. Okay. First shampoo is clarifying. This shampoo is clarifying, which sounds like it may strip your hair, but it actually has aloe vera in it, which leaves your hair feeling pretty hydrated. And the shampoo itself creates a really nice lather, but you can feel the slip from the aloe vera in the shampoo. And this is the clarifying shampoo, right? Now, today I did not do this. I forgot to section your hair. I am going to be sectioning my hair when I am shampooing it. If you're on a straight natural journey, section your hair when you are shampooing it, even if it's straight, even if it's not tangled, because when you start to wash it, it's going to get tangled. And that's going to create shedding. It's going to create a lot of hair loss. So I learned my lesson the hard way today. So the last time I did it though, barely any shedding. So you want to put your hair into 4 large twists, right? You can even do this in the pre-poo stage and then shampoo, focus on the scalp, use that little scalp massager. I'll put it up on the screen. And you want to really get in there. Make sure you are not only just focusing on your scalp, but you are also coating your strands as well. I know a lot of people say, oh, just let the shampoo run down your hair. We need it squeaky clean, okay? So you are going to get it all in them roots and then wet it a little bit more and then make sure it gets all into the shaft of your hair, okay? Once you do that, rinse that out and follow up with a second shampoo, and this is your hydrating shampoo. This is where you're adding the moisture back into your hair. Now that it is clean, you're starting to add that moisture back in. One of the key things that I've learned on this journey so far in comparison to the first time when I was just frying my hair in high school is that you really are adding the moisture into your hair during your wash day, right? Like this is not something that like as naturals, we're kind of taught that, oh, you need to, how do you moisturize your hair throughout the week? How do you keep your hair hydrated? You know, we're taught to retwist and wet our hair every night. None of that is necessary when you're a straight natural, which is why I'm loving this experience so far because my hair feels healthier. And I know that may be hard to believe if you're like, how you're putting heat on your hair so often. How does your hair feel healthier? Because I'm properly moisturizing my hair. I'm taking my time to make sure my hair is thoroughly moisturized because I know I'm about to put her through with this heat. Okay. So, anyway, you rinse out that shampoo and then you want to go in with a deep conditioner. Now, your deep conditioner, this is what I've learned from my friends who are hairstylists, is that it does not actually have to be a product that's marketed as a mask or a deep conditioner. Literally, any conditioner that you put on your hair and let it sit on your hair is a deep conditioning treatment, right? So, what I like to do is use the 1212 conditioner. Love this conditioner down. I really like their products as a whole. I'll do a whole separate video. Thumbs up this video and comment below if you want a video on the 1212 hair product line in general. I've used all of their products so far, I believe, or most of them. I think I haven't used the foam or the gel, but all of their products for like a silk press, I've used them. So if you want a full video, comment down below. I go in with that conditioner and I have been loving this Unbrush. It's a dupe. I got it from the beauty supply store for like $2 and it is so good at detangling the hair. Like now I see why everybody is raving about this. And again, in sections, and I detangle each section at a time with the conditioner. Once that conditioner has sat on my hair under a shower cap and also with a heated cap, you can use a blow dryer. I like to use this heated cap from Amazon that I literally just stick in the microwave and plop it on my head, and I leave that on for at least 20 minutes. Try not to leave it on for too long, but like 20-30 minutes max, right? So once I do that, my hair is soft and hydrated, and I go in and I rinse out that conditioner. I make sure I get it all off my scalp. And sometimes what I did today actually was I mixed it with a Maui Moisture hair mask. Like I said, you don't necessarily have to do that. I just decided I'm gonna just combine the two. After that step, this is major key, okay? Major key, especially if you have, I think, low porosity. I have the type of hair that sucks up water really fast. I don't know if that's low or high, but my hair sucks up water quickly, which means I usually have to either re-wet my hair or what I have been doing recently. I got this from when I went to the 1212 hair salon. This is what they did is they basically left the shower cap on the parts of my hair that I was not working on. So for example, I used to do my hair left to right, but now I do it back to front, right? So I will part out my hair, the four sections, the two in the front, I keep in clips and I keep them under the shower cap. And the rest of my hair is out, right? And I still work in just one section at a time, right? So one section is in a twist, the other section is out, and I will just start working in my products. So I start with the detangling leave-in conditioner spray from 1212. And then I will follow that up with a heat protectant. Now, the heat protectant that I like to use right now is the Tresemme Keratin. So I spray my hair down. I'm talking about spray it down. Okay. Do not be shy. Do not be afraid. I used to think, oh, it's going to make my hair so heavy if I use a lot. It's a water based product. So it's really not going to make your hair heavy. So I spray my hair down with that. Now, the 1212 leave-in is marketed as a heat protectant. I'm going to be honest though, the first time I straightened my hair and I just used the 1212 like silk press line, I didn't use my keratin Tresemme heat protectant. I felt like I got heat damage. I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm going to be real. So, and it wasn't drastic, it wasn't terrible, but I definitely noticed like my curls were drastically like looser than they were before. And it was one curl that was like extremely long, and I was like, we need a little more. So this time, the last two times, I used my Tresemme heat protectant, and I feel like that has worked out so much better. You want to spray your hair down in sections, detangle with the brush, really get it in there, and then you want to start to blow dry. Like I said, I don't have a rev air. I wish I did. Somebody want to get it for me, go ahead and do that. I'm very careful about the tension that I'm putting on my hair, and also just be mindful of like the shedding, right? So I use this paddle brush blow dryer, and it has been working great for me. I hated it at first, but that was because I needed to take better care of my ends and because my hair was not hydrated. Now that I'm properly moisturizing my hair and my ends, I trim them myself and they are looking a lot better. That blow dryer just glides right on through. Okay. It is not a fight anymore. It glides right on through. It does not take long. So after I do that, and like I said, I work in sections. So each large section, the four large sections, I split in half. So I have 8 sections in total that I'm working with, right? So I go through section by section and I use the blow dryer. I do the same routine, spray it down with the leave-in, spray it down with the heat protectant. And then after I do my whole head, I like to go in with a like blow dryer with a comb attachment and really get to those roots. Cause a paddle brush is not going to get your roots as straight as a comb would. So I go in and I blow dry my roots really well. And then I like to my hair with a cool setting to just seal everything in and also to make sure I don't have any wet spots. And then lastly, I like to take some type of a serum. I'm using the 1212 serum currently because it provides a lot of shine, as you can see. It's lightweight and it smells really nice. So I put that all over my hands, and then I go in with my flat iron. Now, the first time I did my silk press, baby, I had that joint all the way up. I want to say to like either 410 or 450, maybe 410. And that's what I would typically do. Typically, I would just turn the flat iron all the way up because I want my hair to be straight and sleek. But I've come across some of the girlies on TikTok. Shout out to y'all. And I am no longer in the 400s when I'm flat ironing my hair. It's not necessary. I flat iron my hair now on either 310 or 360. I think today I did 360, but the last time I did 310. So it's a little straighter than it was the last time. But honestly, 310 is good for me because what I've realized is that if I do it on 310, I have more versatility because then I can add perm rods and rollers and I can do different styles and I'll have more volume. Whereas this, I feel like I could probably still get away with like some roller set styles, but 310 is my sweet spot because I like the versatility of being able to have sleek, straight hair and then adding some perm rods. And then I have like this big, voluminous, Claire Huxtable moment. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that is pretty much my routine. There's a bunch of other tips and tricks that I can share if you want those tips and tricks on how I'm maintaining my hair for 2 weeks without it being super dry or shedding or breaking, or getting super heavy or oily. Let me know. I don't want to make this video too long. So if you're on a straight natural journey as well, comment down below and let me know what inspired you to do it or who are some of your favorite straight natural um, influencers online. Share your tips. I'm excited to keep this conversation going. I will probably be talking a lot more about this over on my Substack. If you don't follow me there, go ahead and follow the gracefulglowup.substack.com, where we'll have deep dives about all of the things. Honestly, I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams over on my Substack because that's just where it's at. I love Substack. Okay, so join me there if you want to have girl talks and chit chats and talk more in depth about all the things, including hair. And I will see you all in the next video.